So I'm going to open this puppy up. It's from AUTOVOX. Make driving safe and easy. Safe, smart, and easy is what it says.
So this is the AUTOVOX Solar 3A Plus backup camera. And AUTOVOX did send me this camera.
18 months.
So I will mark it a paid promotion, but they're not telling me what to say. They're not paying me for this review. So I did actually install this on my truck. Now this install is supposed to take around 3 minutes or less. I took a little longer for me because I was just kind of playing around with it and I wasn't in any kind of hurry.
Over the top of it.
Now in the box you get a backup camera with the solar attached to it, which I'm pulling out right now, and then there is a monitor that's 5 inches. It's a 1080p monitor, which is really nice, and it has some adhesive strips and as well, and then there is some wires in there as well that to hook up everything, but the camera itself does not have any wires. So when I did in the install, I did not use the self-adhesive strip that came with the camera. Now in the box you'll get some wires to hook it up, hook the monitor up in front, and also a mount or a little stand for the monitor.
Accessories.
It has double sticky back tape on it, which is what I used.
Got a little bitty connector right there, and then this goes on the back. Snap it on. Tighten it down. Got adhesive on the back. Pretty cool. Let me close this up.
Now there's really not much to the contents of the box. Like I said, you get the monitor, the camera, and some wires. Most of it's just packaging, and which surprised me, but it's super simple to install.
Switch on and off. Has an on and off button, and have to look and see what that is right there.
I'm basically just trying to figure out how to hook everything up. The directions are very vague. So basically all the wires are for the install in the cab. You have literally no wires in the back of the truck, which is really nice, so you don't have to run any wires from the back of the truck all the way up to the front, which is pretty cool.
Got a little charging port right there. I'm going to go ahead and charge this up.
I think the hardest part for me on this install was me getting down and getting back up from installing it. But basically here all I'm really doing is just taking off the license plate, putting the bracket behind the license plate, and then screwing the license plate back on with the 2 screws. I need to find a couple more screws because I think I should have 2 on the bottom and I didn't. But my license plate's holding on just fine, so literally doesn't take much time at all. I was just kind of slow, wasn't in any kind of hurry. But they say in this whole install takes about 3 minutes. Just trying to get everything lined back up, which is no real big deal.
So I got the camera set up here with the solar panels, and I got it here instead of putting it down on the bottom of license plate. You can either put it at the bottom or the top, it doesn't really matter. And then you have to, if you do put it at the bottom, you have to change the orientation of the camera, which I just put it on top for now. I'll try that and see how it works, but you can put it down the bottom and flip the rotation. So, and I already closed my tailgate, like my new bumper sticker, in my tailgate, and laid it down, and it did not hit this. There's still almost the same amount of room underneath here, so I was a little concerned with that, but it wasn't an issue. And then, so you're supposed to be able to install this within about 3 minutes is what it says. So what I did was, this little stand comes with it, and temporarily I'm gonna probably eventually put it up here on one of these brackets I got here. I got 2 of those, and I really like those. Those actually hold. So I have a similar, this is for my front camera. I have a front camera so I don't, if I'm parking up close to something, I don't run into them. And that was another one that I got. So, and I literally just took this off the bottom of this and stuck it on here. Hopefully it'll stay attached to it. And then it had a wire that comes down and hooks to this other one that goes to the cigarette lighter down here. So for right now, eventually I will clean these cables up and put them down here, or run them up around or something. But there's a bunch of cable that came with it, so I could literally do that. So I am going to give it a shot and see what happens. So there's a little button on here.
Recording. 2 channels started.
And that's my camera. I don't know if there's an on and off button. Oh, there is a button. I'll put the screen on there. Channel 1. Oh, I didn't turn the... You actually have to turn the camera on. There's a button over here you turn it on with. I think that was it. And push the channel button. There it goes. That is my garage. That's actually a crystal clear picture. That tells me how much it's charged. A little battery indicator here. And the camera is solar, so it actually stays on all the time. And it says, the directions say if you turn your camera off, or if you're away from your vehicle more than 2 weeks, to actually turn the button on the camera off. So that was pretty easy. And so now, see, I have my front camera that's in the front of the vehicle, and now I have my back camera. So I'm gonna see if now if I turn this stuff off over here, everything goes off. I have my dash cam, and I'll do a video on this one because this is a great dash cam. So I have my dash cam up here, and it's tied into this multi-plug down here as well, because it's a cigarette lighter, and then I have it wired around the dash, but it's pushed into this cigarette lighter that has a switch on it. So when I get, that's the only drawback to this vehicle, doesn't have a cigarette lighter that comes on when you turn the vehicle on. They stay on all the time, so I had to get this switch This is actually the switch for that multi-plug right here. Right here, this multi-plug. So, all in all, so I have it all installed, and it's got a pretty good picture. Pretty pleased with that. Comes on real fast and gives you the markings, which is pretty nice.
So I was supposed to get together with my buddy to hook the camera up on his trailer and see how far we could get. But this camera has a range of 52 feet. So I took the camera off the back of the truck and walked out, measured out 52 feet, walked out there like I'm doing right now, and I'm going to turn around, and that's where the 52-foot mark is. And then I went 5 additional feet to try to show you it goes at least 57 feet, and there's no interruption in the camera footage. I wanted to show you that because this it says you can use it with trailers. So if you're getting good value out of my channel, I appreciate it if you go down there, hit the like and subscribe button, hit the bell icon. You'll get notified when I post a new video or go live. This is TiminatorsTech back at you.
I'll be back.